Hello. It's another time, another spooky stream of the letter. Last time we had it as whiskey and mint, having that little moment. Why him? But we are back to business now. I think the spookiness has begun. Because we got jump scared last time, literally. But I hope you guys will enjoy this, and let's continue. We are at Marine, or whatever her name is. Make sure if anything's too loud or quiet, let me know. We got good relationships, Whiskey is so high. Jesus. Breakfast would be lovely. There's no denying the client when they invite me over to the table. Though it is personal to share a meal in their home, it would be terrible rude to deny their invitation. Ooh, pancakes! Oh, hello. Hello, pup. Welcome to the stream. Besides, the pancakes did look and smell heavenly. A bowl of cotton cream fruit syrup, jams and other spreads are laid out rosemary out next to them, making for a colourful arrangement. If this was a brunch with friends, I would have gladly helped myself to the whole lot. But as it is, I accepted just a few pieces of pancake and topped it off with a lemon and sugar.
You know, I was a tiny bit serious when I said I wanted a helipad.
Oh my god, he's still on about that.
And you're not serious about the greenhouse, the vineyard, and the stables?
Well, I do want those too, but I know you'll agree to those.
We're talking about interiors here, honey. You don't handle exterior designs and whatever handles those sorts of projects do you, Marianne?
I'm able, actually, and willing to take a project of that nature. I was an architect in Ireland before. Of course, that's another contract entirely. I also suggest we finish the house itself before working on any additions to the rest of the property. There won't be any problems about ownership this time, will there? Pardon if I'm crossing a line, but the acquisition was rather quick.
Oh, don't you worry. We've got everything sorted this time around. I've talked to Miss Cooper and Mr. John from BRC, as well as the old owners. Everything has been paid in full, and all we're waiting for is the paperwork from the land registry. They're letting us move in as soon as we please. It's not like they were living there in the first place.
The blondie. What about the blondie?
That's good to hear. The problems that could arise from renovating another person's home would be... well, let's not dwell on it. First off, we'll want to know how you want the place to look. It's pretty furnished as is, but I understand if you want to modernize the whole thing.
Actually, I'd prefer to keep the place looking as it is, but at the same time, I want modern appliances. You worked on the Ludgate's Christchurch summer residence. I do remember there being an oven I thought was a simple drawer before. Make them look vintage, antique, blended with the rest of the decor.
Customize appliances then. I can't find someone for that, and if you can't tell me what you specifically want, it'll hasten up the process. We're talking about electronic appliance manufacturers.
Scare off that dude.
If you have a preferred brand to work with.
The blondie, the rude one, scares off that dude. I'm trying to remember. Wait. Oh god, the blondie, the rude one, scares of that dude. Scares of that dude. I'm very confused at what you're on about, sorry.
Splendid! So, what is next on our agenda?
Oh, I skipped. Ooh, my bad. I stopped. What sort of half-baked designer did that? If I knew who they were, I would have words. There isn't the time or place for it. However, instead I used this brief pause to pull out the floor plans I brought with me.
We'll have to figure out what you want to do with the rooms. Here, we can have a quick run through.
What is that little room next to the master's bedroom?
Master bedroom? I don't even know where that is. Got no idea.
Oh, as far as I could tell when I saw it, it's a second bedroom of
Oh!
sorts.
That's the bedroom that's made to be a children's room.
Used, apparently, for the ladies in waiting who has served Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. Which is strange, as that isn't the norm for these sorts of houses.
Well, we're not stuffing Johans in there. He won't fit. You don't suppose we could turn it into a walk-in closet and a dressing room?
I love fashion, but do we really need to turn an entire room into a walk-in closet, dear? We'll have large closets and a wardrobe in the bedroom already.
Says the one who takes 3/5 of our closet.
Ah,
Well, what do you suggest we do with it?
baby room.
I thought a utility room of some sort would be nice. A craft room where I can do fun things. Or maybe a children's room might be nice. You know, for when Kylie comes over. Or if Rochelle visits once she's had a baby.
Oh, I love how he sneakily adds that.
1, you are not inviting that witch. And 2, there's a whole mansion for Kylie to play in. We don't need a children's room, and you don't even do arts and crafts. I'd like to turn the guest's room and the study into my personal office, by the way, if you don't mind.
He does mind.
You can turn it into a personal office if I can have my utility room. It's just the one room of the many.
Yeah, he literally told Zachary it's the only rooms he was allowed to have, so we know that he does have it, the baby room.
I'm taking that room for myself, no matter what you say, dearie. So you might as well take this deal. You're always out doing business anyway. The real problem is the theatre. Whatever are we going to do with all that space?
Fine, we could turn it into our own personal cinema, I suppose. Might as well have it, if you plan on not having a telly in the parlor.
Yes, well, I don't want guests to be glued to the telly when they come over for a meal and some tea. By the looks of things, we can keep the rooms as what they are on the ground floor, though. The
Okay.
ballroom would be perfect for parties.
Do we really need a dining hall, though? I don't suppose we can't convert it into a garage.
The garage.
What for? You can park your cars outside.
What about that room, right there, in the northwest corner?
The northwest corner.
That's sleeping quarters for the household help?
Oh, that is perfect! Johans will be glad if we have other staff members who stayed in. It'd be convenient so they don't have to make the trip from Luxbourne to the mansion when they're needed.
You'll definitely need a lot more people to maintain a property of this size.
The mansion is really a lot bigger than I thought.
The blueprints look good. I agree. I like how this is.
Look at all these rooms. I didn't even know there was a music room next to the parlor because of what happened.
Like, this is so cool. We can actually, like, look at... So this is the first floor. We got attacked in one of them attics upstairs. It's so cool that you get to see every room.
There was a grand piano in there too, when we checked during the tour.
Did you hear that, Luke? Maybe you can take up playing the piano again. Oh, you should have seen him when we were younger, Marianne.
It's not like I was very good with the thing.
Ha, embarrassed.
Oh, hush you. You were no Mozart, but I loved hearing you play nonetheless. He'd come over to my home and he'd play such fun tunes. He'd sing too and I'd dance and it was just...
Mr. Wright's playing the piano. I can't imagine it. But the earnest way in which Miss Wright said so, it's told otherwise.
Anyway, what do you think of these plans, Marianne?
Are we not even going to consider one of my requests? Not even just a closet or just a garage?
Yeah, they are being a happy couple now. But we know who he is. He's a fucking cheat.
Now, that isn't fair, is it?
Oh my
You're
God,
not
his
the only
voice
one who's
crack.
going to be living here.
I hardly see how that's unfair. I told you you're getting your office and your theatre, the greenhouse, the vineyard, and the stables.
Oh my God, this man is spoiled.
That sounds fair, does it not, Marianne?
Yes, it sounds fine. We can compromise. Yes, it sounds fair. I don't care. We love Hannah more. Miss Wright has a point, though. I really don't want to be a butt into the splats of a husband and wife. But with the way the two are looking at me, settled as this, I might as well just keep the facts instead of giving an opinion.
Mr. Wright, your plan isn't quite feasible from an architectural perspective. I'm not even sure how much we can do without closer inspection. Well, the one about the garage, at least. A walk-in closet is easy enough, but the garage?
See, a garage isn't architecturally feasible and it isn't going to be financially sound as well. We're already going to spend a lot on your other requests. You have several acres of land to park on already.
What? Did you calculate that on the
Ha,
fly?
yes.
Financially sound my foot. You're probably just thinking up of imaginary numbers.
Might I remind you that I was a financial manager? I also looked over and approved the expenses of our other houses. I know the rough costs of these things by now, love. Masters in business administration, major in accounting. Sometimes I think you forget that I'm not as dumb as I act.
We have to also remember this was before we told it, before he finds out he's cheating, before anyone knows that he's Brigante, and before she broke up with him. That catches my attention more than anything. It sounds more unbelievable than Whiskey playing the piano. She really didn't seem like the type.
Business administration and accounting? What university?
Luxborn U, of course.
Okie dokie.
Go Lux Dragons.
Thank you
Red
for
and gold.
Okay, Miss Wright. Thank you for popping in. I hope you're having an amazing day.
Excuse me, how about we move on this chit-chat ahead and do whatever else needs to be done sometime today? I had to cancel my appointments for this, you know. We might as well do a proper inspection with the designer this time, just to get it out of the way.
Yes, no time like the present. You want a thorough inspection? Might as well do it now. We actually took another look at the property yesterday, though it was brief. But I'm sure you would want to see it yourself, to spot anything we might have missed.
It's not like I have much of a choice, do I? Give me a moment. I have a text. Okay. Where's the game? Where's the game? Here we go. Sorry, I had to respond to that. It's not like I have much of a choice, do I? Riding to the Emerald Garden Mansion in the Rice is an awkward affair. Pancakes. Not only am I worried about scruffing the expensive leather seats, but I'm also worried about getting in the middle of another couple spat. With the tension thick in the air, I can feel them starting at each other any time. Nobody is saying anything, up until Mr. Wright tells his vaulter to turn the damn radio off. And for a moment I think that he might start, but instead he just stays quiet, so does the rest of us. And then the sufferably silence stays. I have never been so glad to see a house. Stepping out of the car and up to the mansion meant the end of an uncomfortable ride, and I can finally take a deep breath of fresh air. The beauty of the place never fails to make me gaze in wonder every time I see it well. Mr. Wright moves towards the front door, keys in hand, and I can already hear Mr. Wright plotting.
Alright, Hans, we're going to go in, but I want you to look around the place. Familiarize yourself with it. Know every nook and cranny, every inch of the lot. Go and see where we can put that vineyard and the other things we talked about. We'll want to know where to station security as well, so go around the perimeter and figure it out.
Scouts a property and circles a perimeter on foot. You do know this is 46 acres of land, sir.
Well, you are not driving a car over the grass. Put those long, spidery legs of yours to good use. I didn't hire you to stand around and look intimidating. Go, mush.
Someday I like to ask how Johnson can even stand and tolerate the man. Why doesn't he just quit? Certainly the pay can't be that good. Even I'm a bit put off by the mutual employer, and the only thing that keeps me from bailing is the fact that we already signed a contract. At least I'm only be working with them during the donation of the project. He works with them every day.
Sometimes I think you hired me to make me suffer for your amusement.
Yup. Someday I'll ask. I feel bad for him. If it's any consolation, he'll be away from Mr. Wright, if only for a little while. We'll be able to enter the mansion after a bit of standing out there in the sun. This wrenched, strange sunlight that is far too alien and rare. There had been a bit of a problem with the mistresses not knowing which key was which. The first item on the would be the grand staircase. It simply sturdy during the open house, but a close inspection might say otherwise. They are no obvious marks of damage, nor wear or tears, probably threaded during notifications. Looks like the building where Sarah Jane Smith almost got married. Oh, who's that? Sarah Jane Smith. I'm not fully sure who that is. Peeking out into the... Oh, by the way, hello! Welcome to the stream. Peeking out into the grand carpet, the wood is properly installed with the bark placed down to prevent cupping. The carpet itself could use a vacuum, though. From the Sarah Jane Adventures and Doctor Who. Oh! Nice. I don't know much about Doctor Who. I used to be really into it when I was younger. Structural condition, from what I can see, without actually domination the thing, look to be in good shape, and the handrails and support posts are firm. The work on it should be commended. I can't look much more into the rest of the floor, however, because Mr. Wright starts to hurry us into checking the dining hall.
So, what do you think? Certainly we can't turn this area into a garage.
It's Jacobean architecture. I'd say these would be pilasters and not buttresses, but you never really know. They really liked mixing up these elements. You could say it was pretty avant-garde at the time. We might hit a support beam if we're not careful.
And in layman's terms?
From what I see here, we could risk great damage to the house if we try to turn the dining hall into a garage.
The man didn't look too pleased at this. There's a look of disappointment before he sighs and looks around the place with an air of defeat. When he moves to speak, I drive another unreasonable demand again.
This will stay a dining hall then. But if I may have another request instead, at least spruce the place up with some flowers, some plants or something. It feels so old and dead in here.
That's hardly unreasonable. Daffodils are a must, I presume.
The look that passes between the two of them, there is a general look of fondness there. This is the first time I've seen such an expression between the two of them. If anything are to see them like this, there is a little doubt that they'll love each other.
Of course. And I want a garden full of them.
Aww. He actually sounds like he cares.
Now, if you excuse me,
And he's
I'd
back
like
to
look at
asshole
the rest of
voice.
the house. I'll just be around here downstairs if anybody needs me.
That leaves Mrs. Wright and I.
He's quite fond of them, you know.
I can imagine. He looked terribly upset when we told him he can't have his garage.
I meant the daffodils. We always have a vase full of them in every house we own. Somewhere, I'd like to think, they may be about his mother. He never talks about her. I don't even know her name. He likes to flatter, claim that they remind him of me, but he's always loved the flowers, even before we married.
Asshole Lily. Love that word. Cause he has an asshole fucking voice. Fucking bitch. Much like piano, I didn't take him for a person who liked flowers. Dandelion least of all. What's next? Am I going to find out that Mr. Wright saves kittens from burning buildings?
I'll go and snoop about upstairs. You go and do whatever it is that you have to do.
I feel I'm about to run into spooky time. When she goes without even asking if I need her here, I am left alone, standing to stare at the wall. Really, I don't need to do a thorough inspection of the building itself. Is it really part of the interchange and designer job? But the architect in me is committed to doing this task with every project. If I'm going to make a living space that both from the function, I might as well make sure the entire of it is safe for my clients. Since I'm already here, I roam around the dining hall to check things off my punch list, if you will. But when it comes to time to move on, I hesitate. Oh god. Mr. Wright said he would be somewhere around here, on the ground floor, and I really don't want to be alone with whiskey. I have to look through the place interruptedly, sure, but on the other hand, I can do it later when he's gone. I can go upstairs first if I want to. Check the ground floor. First floor. I don't know. Like, yes, he's an asshole. But I kind of want to know what he'll do if we do see him. Because we didn't sleep with him. We did not sleep with the bitch. But he is hinting that he wants to cheat. And I kind of want to, like, test him to see how far, because we're not going to flirt back. Hell no, no, no. Ground floor, first floor. Backlogs. So, I can go upstairs first if I want to. So he's on the ground floor. I want to go to the ground floor because I think he's around here. Alright, just because there's one troublesome client shouldn't mean I'll let him get in the way of my work. The parlor is the first destination. Mostly because I figure Mr. Wright is hiding down in the wine cellar making plans there. I'm going to bump into him sooner or later, but I'd rather make it later. Much, much later. The place, upon closer inspection, is in good shape. I don't doubt this place has done with the most care, considering it would be one of the first rooms visitors would see during the open house. There's a stain on the carpet, most likely by one of the guests at the time, but isn't anything a good cleaning won't get rid of. Next is the music room. Or at least that's the plan.
Locked? Oh, come on now.
Oh, god damn it. If things are locked, you know what's gonna happen. Something spooky's gonna happen. I rattled the doorknob again, harder this time, to double check and even give it a good budge to see if it isn't a problem with the door itself. But no, it's definitely locked. That is weird, considering the rest of the rooms aren't. It could just be this one, though, and I can try the other door, though, through the ballroom if I really want to get in. And that's when I hear, fuck. Fuck. The sound of the piano. Though it just plays one note over and over again. It makes the hair on the back of my neck stand, and I back away from the door. Though I wasn't exactly the unsupportive sort. What am I going to do? The room is locked. I can just go back to it later. Maybe see if I can get through the ballroom and... oh, fuck. Oh, hello, shitface. The music room door opens, and who else but Luke Wright stands by the doorway? I thought you were a fucking demon, but you are kind of a demon. He looks like a cat that ate a canneral and didn't expression the way his eyeliner on me.
Isn't it common sense that locked doors mean someone wants a bit of privacy? You needn't try to break the door down.
Or did you just want to see me again that badly without the misses? I don't see why you would, though, Mint. Nothing really happened between us.
Oh my god.
Well, I wasn't looking for whiskey. I was just going around to do my inspection. Thought it needed a push, just in case the door was stuck and actually needed repairs.
So you really are some fancy interior designer, huh? Had you told me you were one, I would have called you a piss taker. I figured you'd be, I don't know, an assistant going for a drink after a week with a tosser of a boss.
I'm just glad you thought me any sort of professional with how ossified I was. I must have not looked the part, so I understand your surprise.
He doesn't offer a witty retort, and he grows quiet for a moment. Yeah, bitch.
At first glance, Hana didn't look like some fancy finance manager when I first met her either. She was the pretty daughter of this rich, powerful man. When she was introduced, they told me that she was not there as the man's daughter, but as a part of management. I thought it dubious. All the beautiful women I knew before her, they used their looks to get what they want. And there she was, with all that she could ever need in life. And yet she works hard to earn her keep.
It sounds like you admire her.
Hearing that, I too can't help but feel admiration for Mrs. Wright.
You enjoy your job, don't you, Mint?
It helps me earn my keep, as you would put it. A bit strange to say out loud, but it gives me purpose as well.
Do you think then that maybe Hana would want to go back to being a working person?
Well, yeah. Takes about at his question. I wait for a further clarification. What makes him ask this, and why of all people, right? You should ask her, as he seems content. What do you mean by it? He seems content. You should ask her. You should ask her.
Shouldn't you be asking her this? Isn't her opinion much more important than that of someone you
he
just
likes
met in a
that.
pub a few nights ago?
You're a woman, and I figured you might know more. I mean, people are always saying that women are fulfilled by having husbands and having a good home. But then I see ones like you who look happy having jobs. Maybe she's like you, and having a job would be better for her.
Just because I'm a woman? You do know we don't all think the same way. But I don't know, I'm not married or anything, but this shouldn't be a complicated matter. She's your wife for how many years? Talk to her. Ask her what she wants. Don't you guys talk during supper or something?
That gets him thinking. Or at least it looks like it does.
Well, I should let you get back to work. Thanks for talking with me, I suppose.
I suppose.
Right. But anything goes awry if you take my advice. Just remember that I'm not some marriage counselor.
Heh.
So take it with a grain of salt.
My marriage goes down the shitter, I'll sue you. Noted.
Wait, that's not...
Too late. He takes a step back into the music room, shuts the door, and leaves me there, looking gobsmacked. He wasn't serious, was he? That man, I don't understand him at all. One moment he has he's this huge arse, and now he's this person the next.
Odd guy. Still needs a good arse kicking if you ask me.
What? Who the fuck is this? Save. Okay, so forget about going to the music room then. That's fine, he'll have to go get out there sooner or later. In the meantime, I can go around and check the rest of the house. All my worries fade when I step into the ballroom. And, well, the whole place is just grand, isn't it? I can see why the Wrights made sure nobody else would take this place from them. Anyone who has it will certainly be the belle of the ball. It's pretty much one great big status symbol. I don't think I can do much of a thorough inspection of this room, so I note it down for later. Oh, I don't like this room. This room is creepy. Moving into the kitchen, I check the ventilation and the general fire safety in the kitchen. This is an important for the place this size. I would, of course, suggest bringing an actual fire safety inspection over for the more detailed inspection. It wouldn't do to see such beautiful architecture go up in flames, after all. It takes measure of the countertops and cabinets, note down what type of wood they use. They wanted some of those recreated to hide modern appliances. There's a loose floorboard in the further corner, and some of the other had scratches, but everything else seems to be in decent shape. Can we leave? Fuck! My concentration is broken when someone knocks.
You can come in. Door's not locked.
Oh, fuck. I wait, expecting Mr. Wright or their butler to come in. Fuck. But nobody enters. Instead, there's that knocking again. It's louder and more urgent this time. I'm pretty sure I didn't lock the thing.
All right. I'm coming. Just
Fuck
hold
me.
on.
I'm not looking forward to this. When I moved to open the door, though, I realized something. The knocking isn't coming from the door, but from somewhere else. Fuck! I don't wanna! God damn it. Trapdoor. Oh, the music. Oh, fuck. I paused for a second waiting. Don't you dare. But the knocking has not increased. And soon enough it became desperate. The dull thuds from before switching to what seems to be scratching. Desperate and insistent at once, as if grasping for reptile.
Is somebody stuck down there?
Oh no.
Fuck!
It's a fucking cat! I love the picture. Where did that come from? Oh fuck, please. How did it even get that down there? That put the heart crossway in me, it did. I love cats, but they have no business giving people a fright. For a second there, all those ghastly rumours about this place had come flooding back. Now peering into the darkness of an open trapdoor gets me thinking, no. And it gets me curious, don't go down there. Seriously though, I should really make sure there aren't any more surprises from down under. Please don't. I don't think the right would appreciate it if we find a litter of kittens making a house of a wine cellar. Mr. Wright seems to be the type of skin of a cat if any of his precious wine would be contaminated. Please don't. I'm done with the kitchen anyway. Please don't go down there. Please give me an option. Please. Oh, fuck. Oh, I hate this. Fuck. Going down a flight of stairs while hearing high heels is always a bad idea. Descending into the dark underground only made it worse, but I managed somehow without any major slip-ups.
These stairs need work, that's for sure.
I hate everything. Surprisingly, the wine cellar is in good condition. No water damage from last year's flooding, and part of the dust and cobwebs that have accumulated the place will likely hold for several more years. Racks and barrel line on walls, making the special room look smaller than it is. I'm no expert, but it looks good enough for emergency use without any further additions. Bloody whiskey will be having a field day. I think so anyway, until I feel something crunch underneath my feet. Oh fuck. Okay, it's just wine. Whatever few bottles were left behind there are nothing but glass under my heels. The cat fault, I wager. And it made a downright mess, the red stick pouring from the remnant of the good drink. There's a lot of stuff for the have just a few bottles though. A whole trail of it flows from the end of the room, and I follow, fully expecting a leaking barrel of whole upturned rack. Instead, it just keeps on going, and it stops in a large puddle at the very back wall. Fuck.
What a waste of wine.
That's a line.
Why is it so sticky though?
Oop. It's thick too, nothing like wine. Oh god, is it blood? It could be just mold.
Maybe it's not wine.
Who the fuck are
Fine,
you?
touch it. I dare ya.
Who the fuck are you? Despite it all, I find myself answering because it's her voice. Amy Lorraine. Lovely Amy, pretty Amy. I can imagine her standing there with me, laughing and protesting me as I did my work in the way only friends can. She was my friend, and only one that I had at St. Samson. I was a solar and charity case in the school for printable and prostrate young girls. They all looked down at me if they cared to look at me or acknowledge my presence at all. All except her. Sometimes I wish for good old days when we were friends. Okay, so you're telling me this girl is not real, it's just in my head. Fuck's sake. Now she's nothing but a ghost, though I try so hard to get over her. Okay, so it's a ghost following her. I really, really do.
What am I, 5 years old? Oh, damn it, it's stuck under my shoe.
I double dare you. Hell, I double dog dare you. Don't be such a scaredy cat. It's probably wine. What else could it be? Blood?
Don't be ridiculous. Why would there be blood down here?
If I was the joking sort, I would have said it might be the reason why the previous owner sold the place. Maybe the ghost stories are actually true and they wanted to get away from the walls that dripped of the exmolia goo and whatever ghost ghoul hunted about. Doubt it. I hardly believe in any of that voodoo nonsense as it is. But as I stare at the mess at my feet, probably looking like a fool while I'm at it, I notice something strange. It is invisible, unless one is really paying attention, but I can see the red gunk sleeping through a crack in the walls.
What's this then?
I worry about structural damage and damage to the foundation. I worry about the wine cellar. The wrong addition can lead to the deterioration of its contents if contaminated and humanity are not controlled. Up until I see how clean cut the crack is. It runs along the edge of the wall and vertically along it, where the door would be. Pressing my hand against the wall leads credence to the idea as I try to feel away it would give away.
Ooh, could it be an adventure then? A secret passage? There must be a hidden switch somewhere. Go look! This is the most interesting thing you've done by far.
Oh yeah? If there is a hidden room here, that would certainly explain the discrepancy in the mansion floor plans. It wouldn't be far-fetched to think that there would be hidden rooms and passageways all over the house if we were to follow that logic. And boy, isn't that exciting. This feels like something straight out of a game. Yeah, no shit. Suddenly, he touches my arm and I flinch away in shock. That shouldn't be possible. Oh my god, is he real? Fuck. I understand untruthfully hallucination, maybe even virtual hallucination, but that was, oh fuck. Oh god.
You look surprised. What's wrong?
Get out.
You? That's not possible. You're...
Dead.
Aren't you happy to see a dear old friend, though? I'm hurt, I am.
I got a fucking achievement, remember me.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, isn't it obvious? I've come back for you,
I don't like that look in your eye.
so that we can be together again.
Oh fuck. Did I kill her? Nancy touched me one more, I recall. What does he mean together again? She's dead.
No! Leave me alone!
Leave you alone?
Oh!
But I just got
It's
here.
the butler! Oh my god, I'm seeing things! Fucking save! Turning around, I met with the right butler, who looked at me with an indifferent look. And when I look back, Lorraine is gone.
I wasn't talking to you, just thinking aloud is all.
You should really avoid talking to yourself, Kint. Do more of that and others will think you're insane.
Yeah, I will be very upset if the butler dies. Like, forget about everyone else. The butler should never die. I want him surviving throughout the whole game.
Yes, thank you. Is that all you're here for, or has your master sent you running down here for something?
I'm just gonna have a little drink. Welcome back, pup. I'm just taking a little drink of my drink. You missed us, going down the fucking cellar. The wine cellar. Did he mispronounce kind? Yes, he did.
Oh, no, I am just down here to admire the place. I've not been inside before. I thought I would look around before we return to the city. The car is already running, you see, and I suggest you go back to the foyer, unless you wish to be left behind. It seems you are in good company already, after all, with this house and your imaginary friend.
We were talking to ourselves. It was awkward.
Wait, we're leaving already? But I haven't finished inspecting the rest of the house.
Be that as it may, there's a sulking man-child up there who wishes to go home. We are all subject to his whims, lest he throw a tantrum.
Oh, fucking Luke. I can't help but smile at that. He's a strange guy. I still can't imagine how he can work for a guy like Luke Wright, though. I imagine the blonde arse ain't an easy guy to get along with. Don't the butler have a name? He does, but I don't remember it. whatever, the butler was having a torulence that I want 10 of it.
And we wouldn't want any soiled knickers or spilled milk.
Agreed.
Why don't you go head on and I'll be right there.
Very well.
Please don't talk to that ghost girl again.
Do be careful on your way back. I saw some broken glass on the way, and it would not do to cut yourself on them.
I will, yeah. Just tell Mr. Wright not to blow a gasket or anything. I'll be just a minute.
I actually thought I got her killed, I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of blowing gaslit, there's something else dangerous here. Whatever is behind that door, it could pose some problems. Hope we don't go to jail. I hope not. Best cause cereal. It'll only ruin good stock of wine. But who knows what's behind that false wall. I'll have to come back to it. It's already dark as we make our way out of the mansion. With no lights, we are only illuminated by the headlamps of the Wright's car and the stars up above us. The sight of them helps me compose myself much more than several minutes of being alone did. The car engine is running, yet the two still stands out the lawn. Mr. Wright is busy, eye up in the stars. I wonder what would happen if you were in jail. Wait, what? Though, I wonder what would happen if you were in jail. My case or me? I think if I was in jail, I think I would not be online. I think I would be rotting. Would get bailed or someone help us get out of jail. I mean, she has her friends. I got Zachary out because I redid mine with Zachary because as soon as I saw that he was in a cell, I got so upset that I was like, nope. And Mr. Wright, arms crossed, as his eyes down to the ground. I don't mean you. Oh, thank God. It is crunch of the grass under the heel that brings their attention to me.
About time. What took you so long? A minute longer and I'd think the house swallowed you all up.
Oh, hush, dear. I'm sure she has her reasons. Marianne doesn't seem the sort to idle.
Sorry, I was just checking on something important.
See, business is business and they take time, love. You should know that better than anyone. So, Marianne, what do you think? Are you the woman for the job?
I mean, the character you play when you click to go inside the house through the open window. Yeah, Zachary. I don't know. I got really upset when I found out I got him in jail and he got punched in the face. And the butler roasted us and put us in jail. Yeah, I got really upset. So I redid that and like, nope. I didn't even get to see the ending of that. I redid it. So I don't know what would have happened. I'm probably at the end of the game through, after we get our ending, after all the everything, I am gonna do all the other option because there is a branching tree here next to relationships, which shows us every path that we could have taken. I'm gonna go through it for a whole stream, just going through all the hidden things that we missed. So, Marianne, what did you think? Are you the one for the job?
I know we already signed papers hiring you, but I want to be 100% sure that you are committed.
I mean, you can look it up. No stopping you. I glanced back towards the mansion. Knowing what I had seen there. The curious thing in the wine center, which is stuff that I only read about from fucking horror stories. And her. I should feel the slightest bit hesitated. My day is going good. I played Overwatch today. It was fun. I was lucky. I've seen enough films to know what happens when a professional woman enters a haunted house. This is my chance to turn it down, make an excuse, say I'm not up for the test, that I need to take care of my old sick father. Just pay the fine, which is probably outrageous for a contract like this, and let it go. I should turn it down. But for some uncertain reason, I can't. In the same manner, I haven't let go of her. The regret of that shadowed me since that day. Much as I hate to admit, even to myself, seeing her again, the mysterious glint in her eyes and the loose tendril of her hair curled around her forehead. It's something I've terribly missed, and now that it's here, almost within arm's reach, my father would tell me sometimes you just simply have to go through with it, consecrate and be damned. And well, I don't really have any logical reason to say no. At least that's not something a client would, like the rights would want to hear from a professional designer.
It's certainly an interesting project. You can be sure I'm seeing it through the end.
Such dedication. Oh, I do love the determination.
You were always determined like that.
Oh my god, he's still talking to us. Trying to draw someone OC for my new comic, and they said they wanted to be a werewolf. Ooh, that's cool. Hearing her voice once again sends a chill running down my back. I can't wait for this day to be over. From the mansion through Asylum, I rode with them in silence. But as soon as we hit city proper, I asked to be dropped off and bid them good night. I thought it'll be best if I don't stay too long in confined spaces with either Miss or Mr. Wright. Both seem to cause me serious trouble, and if the project had been any less interesting or grand, I would have dropped it with a second thought. Would have, shouldn't have, won't. I soon know that the place isn't that far off, and I have to fight off the urge to roll my eyes and groan when Whiskey throws me a little smirk. Oh my god. Oh, that's cute. Be me in my own place. Peace is in living as I sleep. Can't wait for the ghost hunting stream. Yeah, that's tomorrow. I got a couple of friends saying, I got two friends who said they'll join me. Hopefully they will, and I'm not alone. I lie awake thinking of what I saw in that mansion. Of who I saw. If I so much as hear a single whisper from her. If I so much as see a wisp of her hair. I'm afraid I'll go mad. But none of that happens. And it makes me feel hollow. I might join voice, just try to jump scare you all. What the fuck? That's mean! For 2 nights, I have trouble sleeping. But it's only one morning when Frederick has already left me to rest, and that's reminded me of what terrifies me so. Because that sounds is only for you. I might join. Oh, because the sound here is only for you. That makes sense. Wednesday! In my hushless dreams, I see the mirror. The one in the study. And in it, I see her. I see them! What? Lorraine and Hannah. What? Are they naked? What? That's creepy. Hannah and Lorraine. Oh my fucking god!
Marianne. Work, work, work.
Where your clothes at? That scared me. I jumped out of my chair just then.
She'll work herself to death.
See, she doesn't listen. That's all she did. Look at what happened to me.
They talk among themselves with a cruel smile and furious tongues. Or rather to themselves, 2 heads, 1 body. Oh my god, wait, it's the... Oh god, they have 1 body? I didn't even notice. I thought they were just next to each other. Are they together? A horrible mockery of those women, as if they were the one and the same.
More's the pity. Life goes on and goes out, and she doesn't even see it.
Do you think she'll even realize when she's kicked the bucket herself?
When they say a person has hard time telling that in a dream, it was true often enough. Even with this bizarre sight, even with the obvious impression that it isn't real, I can't help but feel distress.
Likely. Is that any way to live at all? She might as well be dead.
Cruel fate that she's alive and I'm... well...
Although they speak into each other's ear, tone low and hushed, I can still hear them as clear as day. Their whispers provide the air heavy and obstructive. They're blurry and digs into head like tiny maggots worming their way into my skull. Oh, don't look at me! It's only then that they take notice of my presence. Eyes turned towards me, I can only feel small under their security. I want to escape! Creatures smiles exed their face, mimicking each other's growths quickly.
Oh, Marianne! How long have you been standing there, dearie?
Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite.
I mean, see, guys a type.
Unless you ask, that is.
Have you been looking at us? Spying? How scandalous. Such a naughty girl.
Oh,
I'm sure you were just waiting for something lewd to happen, weren't you?
what the fuck?
You know she will not admit it. She thinks it wrong. You've said it so yourself.
Give me the holy salt!
Yes. She thought me wrong, impure, abnormal, because I loved her.
Ugh. My breath hitch and I open my mouth to process, but they stop me screeching. The mirror that holds them cracked lines spidering across their surfaces. Oh fuck.
Do not lie. We know the gluttonous thoughts you try to deny, girl. All those desires you bury beneath that sickening guilt.
We need some fucking salt!
You act the martyr when you turn the bed you lie in into your own hedonistic hell. You are nothing but a tainted soul with filth-stained flesh held together by falsehood and pride.
They look livid, and when it looks like they would lunge, I wake up. Ah! I wake up feeling like the wind had been knocked out of me. Fuck me. The salt is needed right now. Welcome back. Back up. I'm back, I say. With a groan, I squint and find a curtain fluff ball sitting on my chest, looking as pleased as a punch. She is the overlady of the cat queen of desperate and destruction, the nine fortune. Though I can't stay mad at her majesty because it feels like she did something good this time. Get! I was having a nightmare, but I can't even remember what it was about. Trying to recall it leaves a terrible pit in my stomach. Maybe it's probably better that I don't remember.
Good morning, Baruthiel. Who's the good kitty?
Who's a good kitty?
Are you hungry? Is that why you woke me up?
Yeah. A content purr comes from my sweet dear before she jumps off the bed and trots towards the kitchen. On the other hand, it takes me a bit more before I roll out of bed and start my day. Morning before work is always quite a fair. Shower first, then a mug of coffee and a bowl of oats. Sometimes I do scratches and I always check my work email. Still the cat. Yes. The rights will be moving in the mansion today. I don't think the paperwork is officially done yet, but it isn't too far-fetched to think they were allowed to start their move despite that. Rich people like them will always find a way to get what they want after all.
I'll be leaving you again today, Beth. So you behave and make sure not to shred up my new covers, okay? And don't worry, I didn't forget tomorrow is Black Cat Day, so I'll throw you a party.
There's a day, Black Cat Day? What is Black Cat Day? Is that real?
But only if you behave like a proper lady.
Oh, if only. Spaley gives me a glance as I say that before going back to her own food. Cats. Still better than humans most of the time. Too bad I have to work with humans. Still a cat. I stole the cat! Raccoon! The place is already busy as I get there. The foreman, one that I had recommended to the riots for his work ethic, is early as usual. Already he instructing men here and there with the bigger loads. I have no chance to talk to him as Mrs. Wright appears and greets me with a smile.
Mrs. Wright, I hope everything has been to your liking thus far.
Good morning, Marianne. It has been delightful and these men have been very helpful. Look at all this. It's so busy here. I'm getting tired just looking at them go.
No complications so far with the movers or the previous owners of the mansion, I hope?
If anything, the only one being problematic is Luke, if I'm to be honest. He can be such a diva, but I do like that about him.
He stops looking up at the upper landing where Mr. Wright comes through with two other movers and the mirror from the study. Oh god, it's the mirror.
Oh, do be careful with that mirror. We wouldn't want anyone getting hurt because of broken glass. Why are you even having it carried around?
Oh? You did say you didn't want the mirror, and I keep getting distracted by it.
Oh my god, he's like checking himself out in the mirror so he wants it in his office.
If I'm going to turn the study into my office, I'd rather not have it there.
Oh no, he's taking it out of his office because he can't focus.
Where can we put this?
Well, you are not putting it in our room. Why don't you go, I don't know, put it in the wine cellar for now?
Oh god, no.
We can figure
Ew.
out if we'll store it in the attic or somewhere else later, yes?
How dare you? I know what you just sent in chat. How dare you?
You heard her, boys. To the cellar it goes. Mush!
Mush, mush! No! The mover brings down the mirror one step at a time, no matter how much the man tells them to hurry. An unsettling feeling grows in my stomach as I see our reflection in the bloody thing. Fuck that. That's the mirror from my dream. Okay, I was expecting something like to pop out, not gonna lie. Mrs. Wright only shakes her head and laughs at her husband's optics as they take the mirror out of there. He's back at it again, and soon enough, pointing to the men here and there. I'll say he's the man of the plan, but it sort of interferes with the layout and design that we agree upon before. I'm about to point it out, but...
It's better you let him realize his mistakes on his own, rather than tell him of them. That way you do not get blamed for his actions. It is more fun, too, to tell him, how does they say it? I told you so, once he slips up.
Cats like cheetahs.
Been working with him long enough to know that, huh?
It's not like I plan to make too much of a fuss unless that changes it actually critical.
It happens often enough, when one is made to accompany him nearly all hours of the day.
And Chip.
Up, higher. Come on now.
So he could at least be less pushy about things.
Careful now. I know your pictures are framed by cheap plastic, but those are framed by African blackwood and are one-of-a-kind commissioned paintings. Each one is easily worth a lifetime of what you lot make.
It's surprising how hands-on he is compared to my usually clientele. Well, the both of them are, actually. It's refreshing to have them prototype, despite their untotal reflections.
Luke, do the dishwashers go into the kitchen or the butler's pantry?
Pantry, Buttercup. Careful, that's Emma No, you there, put that down. You do not manhandle a Napoleon engraver.
God damn it. You really need to tone down the dramatic notch. Mrs. Wright and the butler look like they're used to it by now. But the rest of us, well...
Sweetie, why don't we go and sort your suits upstairs? Let your Hans and Marianne and the foreman deal with the rest of the work.
We have this, Mrs. Wright.
Yes, please do go before a blood vessel bursts. Bloodstains are so troublesome to clean.
There's an obvious sense of relief as Mr. Wright is dragged out of the room, leaving the movers to do their work in peace. Some grumbling even comes from some of the younger workers. It's a good thing the family butler isn't some blindly loyal tool of his boss, or there will be trouble with Mr. Wright.
He is such a bratwurst. Whiny baby who never got enough hugs from his mutter.
Probably lost in translation, and not that I'm condoning talking about someone else behind their back, but I think you meant to call Mr. Wright a horrible brat.
Well, he is that too. There are a lot of things I can call him, but I mean to say that he is a big weenie.
He's a big weenie.
A childish name for a childish person. Like a child, he whines when he doesn't get what he wants, and he breaks the toys that he has.
That gets a laugh from me, as well as a few of the movers who lingers near. He and I carry boxes and instruction the movers where they should be and gently taking over Mr. Wright's work. It goes off without a hitch. The man is helpful, effectually and capable with physical labour, despite his clean-cut appearance. A gentleman to boot, taking boxes from me when he sees me struggling with them. Speaking of boxes...
Hey, one of the boxes for the kitchen is missing. Has anyone seen it? The one with the pots and the knives.
Oh god, not knives.
The Bratwurst had it brought upstairs, thinking it was for the attic.
Why would he... Oh, never mind. I'll go get it.
No! Why go get the knives? Why even bring a box of pots and knives to the attic? That man is ridiculous. There's probably no point in making sense of what he does if he does them just because he can. Oh no, not knives. At least it turns out that I don't have to make it all the way up to the attic. The mover's probably on Mr. Wright's order left the box in the stairs.
At least it's not that heavy.
Oh god. I imagine to host it up without too much of effect, but the time it takes me to do that is long enough for me to overhear an odd conversation I could never in my life imagine coming from a couple like the Wrights.
Mom, if you're not careful, I might go a bit loopy and I'll start bringing cats home.
Oh yeah, we'd had this talk. I don't remember what happened, but I remember this.
And soon enough, one day you'll find yourself going home to a farm just filled with felines that follow you everywhere.
Oh, don't bluff. The things would shred up your precious furniture. Besides, you don't even like cats.
True, true. Dogs are infinitely superior here, of course.
Oh, because, oh no, she likes cats. I forgot about that.
But what about the wet dog smell? The mess. I'm not cleaning up after a mutt, no matter how cute. If you think about it, a cat would be better.
For once, I have to agree with Whiskey on this one, though I can't live with Mr. Wright's being a dog person. But as amusing as this conversation might get, I really shouldn't be caught eavesdropping on it or slacking off on the job. At most, I should be looking at ways of possibly soundproofing certain rooms, perhaps bringing it up if they don't realise the lack of it. Ooh! Oh, I don't remember what we spoke about when we had this talk. Oh. I feel like the good thing is to move on. I don't want to pick the bad choices. Move on, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they both like that. Save and move on. I moved on and saved. No matter how bizarre their conversation might get, I really must go. Not to mention, just standing here when I have no more reason to loiter just feels wrong. Besides, the magic word here is privacy, and I respect that. Keep it in mind, I won't have a guilty conscience fills the brim with the secrets of the rich and infamous in my hands. I'll take the stairs who steps at the time. It wasn't in danger of getting stabbed by the baggage, and nobody else was in the foyer. But as Johnson takes the box from me, I only give him a small smile. I keep seeing that same birds. What birds? There is no reason to gossip in the polar conversation of his employers. He's probably heard much odder things from them, and he doesn't seem to be a cat or dog person either. As soon as I follow him into the kitchen, he raises a hand to stop me.
Nine, I know you are a very skilled architect, and I have seen your work, but this shall be my kitchen, and I shall fix it according to my wishes. Yeah?
The bird's outside the window. Oh. I think are you talking about in real life? Yeah, I haven't noticed any birds.
Kind of weird. Anyone would think that pots and knives are supposed to go anywhere but the kitchen, huh?
I assume he's gotten them confused. It wouldn't be the first time.
Confused? How does that even work? I understand covers, carpets, or even curtains getting mixed up. Hey, I'd even understand pots being mixed up with silver decor. But knives?
Oh, he has a collection of ornamental ones from his father. It takes them everywhere he goes, wherever he moves.
His very, I don't know.
I guess that makes sense. Still odd.
He merely shrugs before going back to work. The bit of work, especially when they were left alone, they do quick work of their responsibilities. The head foreman comes standing in the doorway and to consult me on this or and that, and I have to go out every now and then. They pretty much have everything up to standard. They skip lunch intentionally, not even realizing that when they do so. Nevertheless, all is well as the butler gets up to heating up leftover bubble and squeaks from the breakfast and makes a general batch of fish and chips for them. Most likely they're simpler in comparison to what he serves to the rights, but well done nonetheless.
That smells good. Want to wrap up some for me to go?
It's an ideal observer more than anything. My thoughts, as they are, accompany me.
If there are any left, one can't go wrong with fish and chips. Everyone loves them, even my husband, and he's American.
Even my husband, he's an American. I love that. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. I love it. I really do hate getting so up close and personal with my client. It's a distraction. It's obvious to me that I gotten my paternity all wrong when I can't help but think about what I've heard, what I learnt about the rights couple. Those things have a way of creeping up on a person, thoughts, idea, wherever they are, fact and fiction. They creep up, fester, crawls, and rivet in the way they twist. I hear giggling, delighted, and mocking. They creep up and fuck. To fight the Huns. The sensation of fingers ghostly breathing on my arms caused me to freeze and hiss.
Don't!
I half expect her to be there.
Whoa, no need to scream bloody murder.
God damn it, Luke. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons?
It's just me. Quiet down before you break glass.
But it's just whiskey.
Don't do that again.
I don't even like being scared, though. I don't believe in the likes of spooks. Being startled is not the top of my list of things Marine likes. Looking for him, I have nothing within reach, and he would have gotten on a friendly terms with something like a rolling pin.
What was with that reaction? Were you really scared?
What a bitch. You're the saddest bunch I ever met. I can't remember the next lyric. Sorry.
Has Johann's been telling you ghost stories? He just loves to scare people. Isn't that right, Brother Gurium?
Hopefully this don't get copyrighted. Yeah. I fucking love Mulan. The butler expression is unreadable. I hardly see any emotion on his face to begin with since I started working with the rights, aside from verge amusement. But you can't be before we through. Mister, I'll make a man out of you. There must have been something there, though, judging from Mr. Wright's own content look. The expression on Mr. Wright's face is almost cruel. But neither of them spoke, even as Johnson leaves the room to serve the workers their late lunch.
So, now that we're alone, Marianne, what are you so jumpy for?
Oh my god.
I was just thinking about all the urban legends the movers have been telling me about this place.
Don't tell me you believe in that tosh. They're nothing but tales made up to scare children. Timmy, Billy, don't you dare go up to that big mansion and get in trouble there. The ghosts are going to get you.
That's a boring way to look at it, but that's usually what it is anyway, no? Like I said, I was just thinking.
It would be a relief, actually, if the rumours of this place being haunted is true. That just means I'm not just going bonkers. Hearing, let alone seeing a dead person, isn't exactly the symptom of a healthy mind. Sure, it means that there will be such as ghouls and goblins, but at least I'll be sane. On the other hand, there would actually be a dead girl walking around.
If you could excuse the inane question, Mr. Wright, you haven't noticed anything weird here?
A simple enough question on the surface, yet I noticed the man stiffens as the question leaves my mouth. I wouldn't have noticed it, but it wasn't watching his reaction intensely, but his eyes, I see something dangerous.
That depends on your definition of the word weird. Are we still on the topic of this place being haunted? Because no, things have not started to fly around and we have yet to require an exorcism. I don't think my head would like to do the whole 180-degree turn thing.
Well, maybe that, but no strange people?
Aside from my usually weird butler and all the weird men traipsing around touching my things? No, not really. Why do you ask? Have you noticed anyone strange while you were here? Because you must report it to Johans and he'll have security handle it. But these reports better not be about ghosts and things that go bump in the night. I don't want to waste manpower on the boogeyman or senseless witch hunts.
I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Wright. But no, it's nothing like that. I guess the mansion is just strange for me. It's a unique project.
No strange men or women lurking about then?
A dead teenager would technically qualify as strange. But yeah, the whole I see dead people thing isn't going to go over well.
None that I know of. But I'll inform Johans immediately if something comes up.
I'm serious, Mint. You see anything, anyone suspicious, and you report it. Immediately.
Well, no shit.
I think that goes without saying.
Concern he have on the talk of security is quickly gone. His arrogant, smuggled smirk returns, if a bit stubborn. Whatever smugly remark or intrudent he has already never comes through, as voices from the dining hall rings out.
So, is this a full-time job for you then?
Nah.
Zachary!
For magazines, newspapers, and events.
Ah!
Can't really call it a full-time job.
I love Zachary. Hello, Zachary.
It's fun and it puts food on the table, but it's not what I really want to do. At least not all the time.
That would be the magazine photographer, I presume. As always, Mr. Dry talks in such a kind and cheery fashion, no matter who he's talking with. It certainly puts people at ease around her. It sounds like it's working on the photographer too. Ooh, he's here! Best boy is here! Hearing them, though, seems to put Mr. Wright in a sour mood. At least he's a small squall if anything goes by. Try to lighten the mood, as if he's alright. Oh, God. As if he's alright.
Hey, are you alright there, Whiskey?
Oh, you
You're
like
looking
that?
like you need a serious drink.
What is it that you want to do then?
Films. Documentaries mostly.
He's jealous.
But cinematography is a lot more difficult than photography, right? I was working on the thing, actually.
I'm fine. Just a bit winded from all that moving about. It's been a long day.
And the day's not over yet. So if you can excuse the bluntness, you either shape up to help or ship out back to your room and let us do the rest of the work.
You hesitate. I locked firmly on the door that led to the dining hall. Even now, we can still hear Mrs. Wright and the photographer chit-chat in between shots.
It's not my place to say this, but she really does seem to care a lot about you, you know?
There's no need to remind me of that.
A strange smile appears on his face before he shuts his eyes and shuts
Tell the
eyes.
workers that you're all dismissed early.
That's nice and all, Whiskey, but we really shouldn't just take off. Delays aren't a good thing when it comes to big projects like these. The sooner we tackle certain issues, the better.
And I trust you can take care of these issues another day. Don't make me ask again, Mint. Just tell the others they can go home early, and to not worry, they'll still get paid the remaining hours.
I don't know what prompted this. With the air he's putting on, though, I know better than to meddle and pond further. Besides...
Fine, you're the boss.
Walking out of the kitchen, I just accept the fact that wherever he says we'll go, well, under his roof. Mr. Wright and the photographer are still far too busy in competition to notice me, even as I make my way through the dining hall. Besides, I didn't want to ruin their fun.
Well, it wasn't really a big thing. People didn't like Blue Fonzie very much.
People don't like a film about colors. I suppose they would have liked Blue Bibby a lot more.
Going to the foyer has me stumble upon the family butler one more. He raises a brow at my presence.
And where are you off to in a hurry, Miss McCulloch? The foreman is looking for you.
The Bratwurst wants us off the clock. He's dismissing us early because of... Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he at least paying them to leave.
He just wants us out of here.
I'll go and call a cab for you then. It would be for the best that you leave when he asks you to.
I don't doubt it. My ride back to the city doesn't take too long to get here. Where is it? October. Nice. Oh, they haven't had that talk yet. He hasn't gotten... Oh my god, wait. So, he overheard, got jealous. So, it was good that we told him that we were with the photographer that day. Because we had an option when we were Hannah. Right after this, after meeting Zach, there was an option to lie to Luke saying, oh, we were in the gardens. So he overheard, so that makes so much sense that he told everyone to leave so he could get drunk and then out her, but he told the truth. Oh, I like that. I like when things match up. My ride back home to the city doesn't take long. Granted, there are some difficulty at first because the driver didn't know where the Emerald Mansion is. He tried to have us hand over GPS coordinates from our smartphones or some other technology, but I didn't care about, and the butler didn't understand. But as soon as we told him it's the haunted mansion over in Assembly Village, he knew just the place, and finally headed over, but with some hesitation. All the way back to the city, and the driver keeps complaining about the place giving him the wheelies. It gives me the willies too. I would have loved to snap at him. But as soon as the thought occurs to me, another blooms in the forefront of my mind. One of that somehow bothered me greatly, more than my expectation over whiskey and the project, all wanting it to stop. There has been no Lorraine whispering over my ear today. Worse, I find myself searching for it. Searching for her. Words, loose ends, fucking bloody loose ends everywhere. I thought I were already moved past this years ago, and it does nothing to help me curb my frustration. If anything, it only ensures that I want a stiff drink. And where else do I go get a drink? Tuesdays are for singing, and Wednesday, improv. Usually it's those 4 guys who did hilarious games. The one with the Irish drinking songs are always the crowd favourites. Though I love a good laugh and stand-up comedy isn't my thing, and without camera horror or any other distraction, I end up drinking a lot more than this time. And when there's several bottles of beer in me, I really embarrassing.
Hey! G! Psst! G, come over here. I need you for something.
It's a good thing that the bartender is a nice fella. He's probably have been kicked out of the other places by now or worse. If push comes to shove, all he would do is to give me an easy smile and shake of his head where he's attending to another customer. Just like now.
Give me a moment, will ya? I gotta go check on her.
He's some Asian guy. And I'm pretty sure if I've seen him before a couple of times, though he never talks to anyone except G. The girls used to be all over him too, but he always turned them away.
I'll be here. You go do that before
Oh,
she
it's
falls
Ash! It's Ash! Can we flirt with Ash, please? I know you're gay and all that, but can we please flirt with the Ash?
All right. What is it?
Give me his number. I like to meet Ash.
Do you need someone to help you get home?
No, yeah, give me Ash.
Bartender, pour the wine.
God damn it.
I think that's enough alcohol for you, little missy. I'm cutting you off.
Please. A wine comes from the back of my throat. He pulls my bottles away. I have no hope of getting them back once they're behind the counter. Even in my drunken mind, I don't dare hope over into it for them. But what little sense I have left knows I'll soon take the floor drive then to sit in wrestling a bottom from the sober man. But that doesn't stop me from trying to reach out for my arm like a stupid idiot anyway. He smiles and shakes his head, just like I know he would, before going back to the other guy.
Right now, where were we? How you holding up, boy?
Please, a little bit of wine, please, just a little more. With no drink, no one to really chat with, I would have to go home or go on to sleep on the bar right there and then. But I'm not ready to stand up and trying to take back home just yet.
Same old, same old. I'm still on the Luxborn firm case.
Those blokes they talk about being in dark suits, whisking people into the night or some shit and all that. Didn't the media call it some ridiculous name in the morning news?
What is it this time? Wait, don't answer that. They've called it a lot of things. As
Just
long as people
please.
don't start running around claiming they're
A
the
cup of wine.
Illuminati. So, what have you got for me this time, G? Anything good?
Slow down there. You haven't even told me what sort of dealing dosh we got. Who are you looking into this time?
The talk would have interested me, would have kept me at attention if I gave a damn. But in my current state, I can barely give two fucks about the things that's going around me. All those words are just buzzing, barely surfacing from the sea of sound that is in the pub. And I would have stayed that way, perhaps even drowned, if I didn't hear his name.
Luke Wright.
Uh-oh.
You know the guy. And don't pretend like you don't, G. It takes a special kind of ignorant not to know who he is.
That smug blonde who likes throwing round his money. He was just here a few days ago, as a matter of fact.
Oh my god.
Great tipper, if you think him just dumping a wad of cash on the counter after having too much whiskey counts as tipping.
Jesus Christ.
Why are you asking? He dirty?
You have no idea, G. He's probably the worst sort you can imagine.
Luke fucking Wright. Fucking whiskey. Even without him around, I'm still hearing about the guy. What an absurd fuck. Despite this, I found myself getting up and slotting over to join them before I piped out.
Is this smack talk about Luke fucking Wright I'm hearing, eh?
Oh my god. They're like, fuck.
Private conversation here, lady.
There's only amusement on G's face. The Asian guy, he starts to look ticked off as hell.
Don't worry, Holmes, she's clean. And she might be able to help you with your, predicament.
Course. A drunk's just stumbled through here with what I need. Get real, G. No offense, lady, but you're smashed.
Yeah?
I know, right? Nothing beats being drunk after a hard day's work. Especially when you're working for Mr. Luke Wright.
The demon goats want to see Ash. We want Ash. Look at him. He's so hot. I'm so lucky my boyfriend isn't here.
So, she works for the guy?
Wow. We all simp. It's simping mode. Simp time, people. Wow.
Doesn't that make her, I don't know, suspect?
See, have a little faith in me, why don't ya?
I can't wait to play as Ash.
I don't have much, and you might as well have something to go off. You're the one who was so desperate to come running to me for business.
Yoo-hoo! Still right here, fellas. 5'11". Can't miss me. Unlike Shorty over
Oh my
here.
god, he pointed out that he's short. Did that scare you? No, but I loved it. Wow. I love when she's drunk, not gonna lie. I think drunk Marine, whatever her name is the best.
What's with that mad look? You want to dance, boy? You don't look like you can bust a groove. Maybe a leg, but with that fancy coat of yours.
To add insult to the injury, I moved a tractor behind him and used the top of his head as an armrest. Yes. Please send me a picture. Please have a picture. Please. But when he shakes me off, I plop onto the seat right next to him.
Don't try me. You can hardly stay on your feet. We don't want to ruin your fancy coat, do we?
Ah, children, the both of you. But you're still standing after all that, are you? Matt, you see this giantess? She's a legendary regular here. Been drinking like there's no tomorrow. I'm a bit jealous. Can't do that anymore or my liver will give out on me. Good with the mic, too. Don't see you much recently, but I guess you're always busy, aren't you? You're some fancy designer or something, if I remember correctly.
Wait, I know you. You were at the open house for the mansion.
Yeah, that's right. Marianne McCulloch. I'm a famous interior designer extraordinaire. Ooh, that rhymes.
I love her.
Anyway, you guys were talking about that weenie Luke Wright, right?
Weenie.
Or something. Can't really talk about it. I don't even know if I can trust you, even if G said you're clean. But anything would be of help.
Well, I don't gossip about my clients, if that's all there is to this.
You wanted to gossip about him a few minutes ago, Marianne.
Sober woman. No, I love her when she's drunk. Continue drinking, woman.
And that was the beer talking, not Marianne.
You won't mind if we ask the beer a few questions then?
Yeah.
Maybe. Depends on who's asking and what they're asking.
I love her.
But seriously, that guy is abso-fucking-lutely frustrating. One moment, he's an absolute dickhead. And then he's acting like an actual decent human being the next. I just can't figure him out. I can't imagine how that pretty wife of his can put up with him.
Oh my god.
If I were her, I'd dump his flat arse straight up.
Pretty wife. I'm not just saying that because I think Hannah pretty or anything. Luke is a catch too. They both are. But I really cannot, for the love of all things, holy, see how they even work out together.
So, Luke Wright, have you noticed anything strange about him while you were working with him? Anything peculiar? Of note?
You're the one being peachy right about now, Holmes. But nah, nothing that comes to mind off the top of my head. He's just like most rich, smarmy arseholes and then some.
A giggle bubble up and I press my cheek against the cool counter top of my eyes shut. Tight because... wow! Even cracking one eye open just because they thought I fell asleep, I grin at Holmes.
So, Holmes, I'm guessing you're some private detective or something. Is it Hannah? Did she pay you to look if he's been cheating or some such?
Hannah's the wife, right? What about her? How is she?
How is she or how is she?
Oh.
Well and good. Definitely the nicer of the two and sexy as sin to boot.
Oh my god.
Not a private detective then. Are you from one of them tabloids wanting to know if the Luke Wright doesn't know how to put his pants on right? Pants. I take the pants off.
Oh my god. Okay, Marine, calm yourself. And then here we go. Slipping. I haven't been this drunk in such a long time. It's a miracle I've been contained for as long as I've been right now.
I'm asking you if you've noticed any odd behavior from her.
Odd behavior? What? I wonder how she'd be drunk. I can just imagine her like the giggly sort.
Oh my god.
What do you think?
These are serious questions, Marianne. Lives might just be at stake here.
What do you expect? She's smashed.
Yeah.
Why am I even doing this? This is getting me nowhere, G. She's not a reliable source. The chief, let alone the courts, aren't going to take the word of a drunk. This'll be dismissed, and I might be in trouble if they try to argue that I coerced a testimony out of her. This is a fucking train wreck.
You're a fucking train wreck now, if you ask me.
Yeah, dude. Fuck you, Ash.
Maybe it's about time you apply the brakes and stop for a bit.
The wave of despair that comes over the both of them is prolongable. Its feeling had a taste. It'll be a bitterer than the beer I'm full of, and it gets me thinking. The thinking doesn't get me far with too much spite in my system. Okie dokie. Thank you for popping into the stream. Have a good day.
You know that's not an option. Thanks for being patient, McCullough. Good luck with your work on that mansion.
Speaking of that mansion,
Oh.
there's something going on in that place. Something.
Yes. Tell him about the fucking ghost.
As ocht day. No wonder Mr. Wright likes it so much. It's as fishy as he is. Rotten bloke. Maybe that Santos girl is really onto something, eh? Suspicious shite, I'm telling ya. Explains why she's so reluctant.
What do you mean that Santos girl is onto something?
If I get another word out, there's a hand on my shoulder and everything starts to spin. I quickly slap his hands away and the best I can and send him to the floorist look I can muster.
Take your hands off me, pipsqueak. I'm not a lady who's shaken or stirred unless you want me up chucking on your pretty hair. But it's just like I said. Are you sure you aren't brain damaged or deaf? Santos girl from BRC showed us this creepy letter. You know, just like those spam stuff you get in your emails. And we thought it was some joke or that the girl was just a bit too green to handle a big sale like that. You should have seen the look on their faces when they saw it. Whiskey, that's Luke fucking right, you get me? And the missus didn't look too happy either.
Whiskey, that's Luke fucking right, you got me?
I should have taken a picture and posted it everywhere. When rich snobs give you that face, no wonder the Santos girl went all mental on us. Working with them does that, you know? I think I'm about to. I'm not mental yet, am I? Anyway, just like I said, in that Hey, you okay? Holmes? You're looking a bit shaky yourself there.
He really is pale. Paler than before, at least. I can see a gear turning his head on it over time. Luxburnt's police department, Ashton Frey. Suddenly he shoves a card in my hand. Oh, it's his name, Ashton Frey, and his number. And he has second thoughts as he grabs it from me and slips it into my pocket.
You're cute, pretty boy. But I prefer blondies.
Ha! He does.
Well, you're not exactly my type either, lady. But listen to me. If something comes up, don't do anything rash. If you think you're in danger or if you see anything suspicious, call me and the authorities as soon as possible. You understand me? That's 99...
I know what the damn emergency number is.
Right, 999. Good. Anyway, I have to run. See you, G.
The guy is quick on his feet and is already up at them as soon as the numbers leave his lips. Nice. Oh, so that's before they have a fight. Watching him as the mysterious the crowd and the other pub goes in enough to tire me out. Fast as he can, he's at the door and throws us a smile, and then that's all we get before he's gone. Just like that.
Oi, what about your drink, boy? I'll go put it on your tab then.
Holmes boy always like that, G?
Pretty much. But what about you? I suppose I'll put your drinks on your tab too. Don't want you to spill your wallets when you look like you're close to spilling yourself.
Yeah, and if it's fine by you, I think I'll go take a bit of a cat nap here. Just for a sec or two.
Go right ahead. I'll wake you when I close up shop.
What a doll. Mumbling a sleeping thanks. Oh, in the echo there is a truth on the drunken ramblings. I doze off to the spot, face pressed on the counter. Already I dread the pain I'll have for sleeping in such a position. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. Oh, fuck me. Why are you always back?
Oh, Marianne! How long have you been standing there, dearie?
Oh god, we're back at this?
Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite. Unless you ask, that is.
Not that I can get much sleep to begin with. Oh. That's all? Do people ever have that feeling that they're working on something they really enjoy but still internally tires them out? Because honestly, I've been feeling like this.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne. Everything looks so marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Though moments like those makes it all the hard work for worth it. Definitely.
Well, I can't take all the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the Wright mansion. There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
Oh, no. We proceed with that room as planned. I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
Yeah, I remember this. We had this talk with Hannah. We're only about halfway done, but honestly, suffocation on the client face is enough for me to push through. Let's face it, between my expression of Mr. Wright's optic and her, I've been burning the candle at both ends. I can't even close my eyes without seeing a dead girl's face. Dead girl. Dead. She's dead. I have to keep reminding myself that. burying my feelings as deep as they buried her body 6 feet under. I shouldn't have wasted so much time on someone who's supposed to be gone. I wasted so many years thinking about her already. There should be no need to bother myself with with the dead, when I should be bothering myself with the living. Too bad the living are usually as complicated, if not more, than ghosts of the past.
But don't you have a party?
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see. That friend he's visiting, he's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
That even more complicated when the living is question is a pair of rich and famous shuttlation way past their honeymoon phase, and I've been somewhere robbed into being a relationship counselor.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit a... how do they say it? A rough patch. His wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful. The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband, but it's never enough for her. Sometimes I think it's the years. Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark. What do you think?
If I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
Suppose it is. What would you tell me?
Then, I tell you it's none of my business. I tell you that I don't want to meddle. But if the troubled husband with the neglectful wife asked me for my honest opinion, I'd say that he shouldn't base his happiness and his self-worth on someone else. Maybe he should try being independent for a while. See what it's like when he isn't trying to please someone else and doing things for himself. Everyone's supposed to be their own man or woman, right? A bit of breathing room never hurt anyone. We shouldn't let our fear control our lives.
Why he thinks a single woman like me would be the best source of relationship advice is beyond me. Still, I talk and answer to the best of my abilities. Without realizing it, I'm already pouring out the part of me that I had thought were long gone. I like to believe my words will be of some sort of help to Miss Wright. If I'm being honest, they are of some help to me, like some weight have been taken off my shoulders. Lorraine.
I really should handle what's left of the work.
You won't be attending the party? Oh, you really must, Marianne.
There's a weight of what happened to her hasn't left me yet, did it? Maybe...
I'll try to stay in chat. Maybe grab a few bites and a drink, but I can't be around for the entirety of the event. My apologies. Busy, busy, busy.
You must stay a while. I'd love for you to meet some of my friends, and they're ever so excited to meet you. You need to say hello to the Lees, at least. If it wasn't for them, I'd never even heard of you.
Maybe it's about time I changed that.
We'll see. So, if I can be excused?
Certainly. You'll have to excuse me as well. I must attend to the party before any early birds arrive, because believe me, they will throw a fuss if things aren't ready, even when they're not supposed to be here until an hour later.
Though I shouldn't dwell on the deed. I shouldn't just curiously forget about them too. Saying that I have work left to do is an easy enough excuse to make. I know how other people see me. They see someone so obsessed with her craft that she would so easily miss things like a party for it. Outside the parlor, people hurry around here, and in particular for the Wright's grand house warming party. None spares me a glance as I slip past them, each working on their appointed roles and not daring to slack off while they work for what is probably the most powerful couple in the Lux Bunts. I make it to the kitchen with ease, with the wine cellar being the final destination. No! You're gonna die! But when the great task ever simple, probably never. And this is the great task, isn't it? My greatest one yet, and this is worth of being called a quest. I'm not acting as Maureen McCall, the professional independent designer, when I chose to lie about being too busy for a party. I'm Maureen McCall, a lawful natural choleric with 9 points of wisdom and 8 in charisma. God damn it, fucking D&D shit. Just thinking of it like that makes it a bit cheesy, but it helps with the fear. It helps overcome the insane thought that I'm actually seeking out something that has been plaguing me for years. I might face my worst nightmare, or I might see nothing to find myself an imagined grand queer full flat. And who would have thought that the great gatekeeper to my final quest would have been someone I thought would be a vulnerable ally?
Schnell! Hurry up, you snails! We are on a deadline and you are wasting my time!
The bullet comes from the cellar into the kitchen, trailed by a couple of other people who I assume are most likely chefs and bartenders. He raises a brow, seeing me just standing there by the hatch, by the trapdoor. It's almost like he's going to throw me out of being in the kitchen without permission. But then he motioned for the other disper and familiar themselves with their surroundings. Meanwhile, he continues to stand there, preventing entry into the darkness beyond.
What are you doing here, Fraulein? This is not the place for guests or in an architect right now. I request you leave.
I was just looking around for any last-minute things, yes?
Yes, you have been doing that a lot. Looking around, snooping about. Now is not the time for such things. If you're not careful, people might think you are up to something.
The look he gives me is the say this is almost chilling. If life was a game book, he'd probably be true nature warlock guardian of the treasure room. A difficult opponent to beat with the 9 points of wisdom and 8 in dexterity.
Well, I'm not done yet. I actually need to go into the wine cellar. Just need a quick go at the place. So just don't mind me. I'll be out of your hair soon enough.
Go outside, enjoy the party. Bask in the praise and adulation they will no doubt shower you with when the madam speaks highly of you. Surely you've had enough of this stuffy old kitchen by now. You do not want to cause trouble. Both the bratwurst and Hannah want this to be perfect. It would be a disservice and a disrespect to toe out of line and risk it being anything otherwise. And more importantly, I will be blamed for any failure that happens tonight.
The individual almost turns me away. Maybe this is a sign I'm not meant to seek Lorraine out. But
please, I just lost something the last time I was down there. It's really important.
15 minutes. 9, 10 minutes. Any longer and I'll pull you out of there myself.
Okay.
The bratwurst will be furious if he thinks anyone is touching his precious wine without his permission.
Thank you. This seriously means a lot.
At least I know that he's on his way down to go collect me, if something does happen. He steps aside begrudgingly. At this point, it looks like there's no turning back. The cellar greets me emotionally as I descend. The space feels smaller, with a lot more bottle lining the wall compared to before, and knowing what might be waiting for me here makes it worse. I hate that the mirror is there. I almost hope in the morbid and twisted sense that Lorraine would just be standing there waiting for me. It would be just like her to joke around approaching meeting in the dark, secluded areas. But just like the broken bottles and the wine that was spilled on the ground before, no trace of her can be found.
Lorraine! Where are you, Lorraine? I miss you, you know?
Only silence replies. Funny that you want to find something that the time when you can't. The thought that I would be able to see Lorraine one more last time fills me with such despair. Sure, it was crazy to come here wheeling in the first place, but all I'm really looking for is closure. And I can't see her. At least I can do is offer her a prayer. On the verge of tears, I kneel in the middle of the dark, damp wine cellar and put my hands together in a prayer.
May God grant her eternal rest.
And that's when I hear her laughter fills the air. Fuck. Saving! It rings along the wall until it echoes in my head. And like a siren song, it draws me in before it comes to stop upon reaching a dead end.
Ooh, could it be an adventure then? A secret passage. There must be a hidden switch somewhere.
Oh, fuck.
Go look! This is the most interesting thing you've done by far.
A secret entrance, although the idea in and itself is insane, only makes the entire interpretation more peculious, but I need to find a way to open it. Already, I'm running my hands against the wall in order to find some sort of hidden switch. It didn't give when I tried to push it open before, and I doubt that would have changed any time now. But if there's a door there, always a way to open it, hopefully without the need to break it down.
A shame I can't roll for perception checks in real life.
It's such a silly thing to say out loud, though there is no amusement on my face, and I do check glancing in the mirror from the study.
Though a sanity check would be more fitting right now, wouldn't it?
I mean, how long have I been down here searching for a switch of a hidden door? In order to go find a dead girl, no less. It isn't only unreasonable, it's insane. At this point, they'll find me crawling at the wall, using my nails to try and see if there's any grooves or catch I might have missed. I'm surprised I haven't gone past the 10 minutes that was given to me, and that I'm not being held out of here. I don't want to bank on the chance that I have more time, although I know it's... I really shouldn't have let those kind of things bother me too much right now. If I continue looking, there is no point in me going down here. Dirt and rocks stick underneath my fingernails in the search, but there. A selection of the wall about the size of my palm and just as well hidden as the hollow wall is a switch, or a button rather.
Face it, Tigress. You've just hit the jackpot.
You're about to open something that is about to kill you, woman. The excitement I feel as the discovery finds me pressing it without a second thought. When the click echoes, it's a cellar and the hidden door creaks open. I stop. Fuck. Oh, fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck. Okay. I am curious. I am curious. Oh no! Okay. Oh, I am curious. I am curious. I do want to know what's in there, but I feel like he dies. Go in, stay. Oh, fuck. But he does want to fucking... He does want to... See... I feel like she's gonna get stuck and then she gets killed. We're gonna stay. I don't risk it. I don't want her dying. We're trying to get a good ending with everyone. It seems so clear, like a death trap from the old horror movies. It might be be a dead end down there, hopefully not literally. Though I have no reason to fear for my life. It is hard to think that I will be any way safer if I continue in here. The thought of makes a chill down my spine. Yet nothing is surprising as what I hear next. A distant and alien, and it's enough to make me look nervously at what I might see then. Fuck. Okie dokie. Beside me, I only see... Oh,
Lorraine,
shit!
You're here.
Hello?
I thought I would never see you again.
I can't even question how in God's name is this possible. Seeing her there fills me with such strange feeling relief. I had told myself I was ready to move on. Yet here I am, ready and willing to just embrace her back again with open arms. Her beautiful blonde hair, her soft lips with skin no fair and swaying hips. She laughs and she smiles, sends her way as he walks over, makes my chest feel tight. Fuck. But her eyes are the most beautiful of all.
I'm so sorry. I must look like a right mess. It's been so long.
I'm here, Em. I'm here now, don't you worry. Come here.
It takes everything I have to tear up at the sight of her. She reaches out and slips her fingers through mine before pulling me away from the tunnel towards the mirror. Our reflection, a grown woman and a teenager barely past her prim, lends a light to this whole scene.
I can't imagine how you've been so alone all these years. I left you, Lorraine. I didn't mean to, but that's what I did. I don't even know if you can ever forgive me.
Don't cry. Doesn't suit your pretty face. Besides, I don't have to be alone anymore, do I? You're here for me, aren't you? You'll never leave me again, will you?
My mouth goes dry as he looks at me. That isn't the plan. This isn't closure. Yet her hands in mine makes me believe this is a real. She's real and this is all that matters, nothing else.
Yes, of course.
Oh, fuck.
I wouldn't dare leave you.
You swear you won't leave me?
Oh no, I have a bad feeling.
I swear to God, I won't, Lorraine.
Though her smile remains, I can only describe her expression as sad. She walks around until she stands just behind me and wraps her arms around my waist. I nearly crumble with how I am in her arms once more, and when she puts her chin on the crook of my neck, I can feel her hot breath on my neck. I'm filled with both joy and grief. The scent of chocolate among honey and beer surrounded me. My first taste of love. The love that I denied. I had been so bittersweet.
God's not the only one you're making promises to, Marianne. Swear it to me. Or, even better, prove it to me.
Oh my god.
I'll stay forever with you, Lorraine. I swear it to you. How do I even prove it to you?
Simple.
No. She presses something in my hand. Oh my god. A large glass straw from the wine bottle, cold and sharp. Oh my god.
You join me.
No. She is suggesting that I
die for me.
No.
Lorraine. That's... How can I?
How can I even do such a thing?
There's no need to be scared. I'll be here for you until the end, Marianne. Even if you hadn't done the same for me. But that's the only way I can forgive you. The only way we can be together again.
Fucking run. Oh my god! No! I don't know how to feel. She guides my hand, raising the glass rod. My own hands are weak as is my will, and I can only bear my neck to do with as he wishes. There is no reason, no self-perception, as I mindless welcome my own death as it is will lead me to my salvation. I feel nothing at first, other than the glass touching my skin like a calm caress until a stinging sensation blooms from the neck. The pain sends and burns like nothing I've felt before, and every breath intensifies the feeling. Even if I wanted to cry out and scream, I can only cut as a slick mental taste coats my tongue. The most I can do beyond that is rest out calling for her name.
Lorraine.
Cold and weak, I grew worse by the second. I cough with each ragged breath, expel the blood that I am here inhaling through my slit throat.
Shush now. It'll be over soon.
Oh no. What the fuck is wrong with you? Ew. She fucking changed.
Really soon.
There's a moment of doubt as I remember the devil was once the beautiful angel in heaven. That I shouldn't be delivered by such beauty. But in my final moments, all of that is soon forgotten. My mouth twitches, I can't muster even the smallest of smiles anymore. But I'll be with Lorraine. I killed her! I killed her! Who the fuck is this? You unlocked a memory fragment. What the fuck is this? Who's that memory? What? Ah! We killed her. We killed her. Oh my god. We fucked her. Okay. I'm gonna save it. I'm keeping that. Okay. I am so stunned right now. We killed her. Oh, I liked her too. We were getting we got along so well. Oh no. I should have gone in. I thought we would have got killed if we went in. Okay. Well, he's dead. I hope you get. I'm gonna end it here. We'll start with Rebecca next time we do the letter. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go cry to my friends now. Until tomorrow, I'll be playing Phasma. I hope to see some faces there. And until then, I will see you again. Goodbye.